Karting for me is passion, is adrenaline, is great learning and school.
KZ class, there's nobody in the top ranking there who is younger than 20.
The KZ, in my opinion, is the most closest kart, most closest feeling that you can have compared to the Formula 1. I'm Felipe Massa, ex-Formula 1 and Formula E driver, and I'm the president of FIA Karting.
Hi, I'm Marin Kremers. I'm an official driver for Birolart Racing. My main job is to win races for Biro. So all the races they enter, they want me to win, and that's basically my job.
The victory in karting, especially in the FIA Championship, is like a dream, because you have a lot of sacrifice, in your career, in your life. You need to put a lot of things away, to concentrate on your job, on your career every day.
Obviously, it means a lot to me to become a world champion or to become a European champion, especially because the title that comes with it. People always seem to look at these races.
Hello everybody and welcome to the FIA Karting World Championship here at Lonato, the temple of karting on the South Garda karting circuit. Coming into today, the Dutchman Marin Kremers really is riding the crest of the wave at the moment, and the Birolart Racing driver has his first major opportunity to become world champion. So far, only two Dutchmen before him have done so, Jorrit Pex back in 2015, and 2 years before that, somebody called Max Verstappen. As the race begins, Marin Kremers out in front. He takes the lead early doors from Adrien Renaudin. Here we go. This is Kremers versus Renaudin. Renaudin swarming all over the back of the Dutchman. This is for the World Championship, and Renaudin hesitated there. Kremers got a little bit off the power and caught out Renaudin. And Adrien Renaudin, while we've been watching that, has got into the lead. He's managed to get past Marin Kremers. Renaudin, Kremers, Vigardo, and Ricardo Longhi's waiting in the wings. Here comes Kremers, back up the inside of Renaudin, and he gets there. Renaudin's going to come back at him. No room to make a mistake at this point. Renaudin slices back at the inside. Watch for Vigardo. He gets squeezed, and Renaudin gets back into the lead. Fantastic breed of racing. Oh my goodness, here goes Kremers. He makes the move of the chicane and gets through. Renaudin's going to come back at him. Jumps across on Renaudin. And out of the final turn, I can't believe I'm going to say it so soon into his career, Marin Kremers is the world champion!
The moment I crossed the line, I just bursted out screaming inside my helmet. I've never really done that inside my helmet. I'm always quiet, I never open my mouth or anything. That was the only time that ever happened to me that I just got so excited and I was just so happy to have finally done it, because that's what I've been working on towards my whole life basically. And then especially after the race as well, just everybody congratulating me, that's something I'll never forget.
Now we ask our CIK FIA Karting President Felipe Massa to come forward to present the most incredible accolade a racing driver in Gearbox can present, the World Championship, to our man from the Netherlands, Marin Kremers!
It hasn't really sunken in yet, I think, but it'll come tonight when I'm all alone and by myself. Hopefully, who knows what the future holds for me. At the moment, I'm just happy that I've won one. We'll see if I can get a few more in my career.
When karting was introduced in the 50s of the last century, it was introduced by adults, not by children. So this means the first real world championship and even European championship, the drivers were minimum 23, 24, 25, up to 35. And you can imagine, because of life experience and so on, the races were completely different, beside the equipment, completely different comparing to nowadays, where we have more or less, especially in the OK class or Equa Junior class, children. If you look back even, let me say 30 years ago, the top drivers in the top classes were adults. And it was really interesting to see, because they have a lot of experience in racing. And therefore, if you have a look nowadays, KZ class, all those drivers have an experience on their shoulder of 10, 15 years of karting. You can imagine that the racing is much more fascinating what they're doing on the track, comparing if you see, but this is my view, let me say the children, because they could not have the experience. And therefore this is for me real karting, to see those adults, professional karting drivers, drive wherever the track is, in Germany, Italy, France, England, wherever it is. It's for me the fascinating thing, because this is something different comparing to all the other races what you usually see. My name is Kai Oberheide. I'm the Executive Secretary of the CIK.
It's time for the FIA Karting European Championship final in the KZ category. This is the championship everyone in karting wants to win. It's the precursor to the World Championship final in Lonato. There are 5 drivers who can get the job done in this championship finale, and just 16 points between them. The reigning world champion, Martin Kremers of the Netherlands, is 7 points behind Alessandro Irlando on 31. Riccardo Longhi of Italy has 27. Noah Millell of Sweden has 22. Who's going to become the 2020 FIA Karting European Champion at the home of champions, Karting Genk? The green flag waves, the lights will come on. When they go out, we'll crown a champion. Ready, go! Great start by Kremers, a bit of a sluggish one for Millell. Kremers gets the perfect start as Renaudin comes around the outside. Jorrit Pex dives up the inside to get into 3rd, 4th position. He's going to make it 4th because Renaudin gets boxed in, but Kremers has got a brilliant start ahead of Stan Pex, Adrian Renaudin and Jorrit Pex. Stan Pex launches on the inside of Kremers. Kremers has got a title to win. He's not going to do anything silly. He lets Stan Pex go, and now he can be the man who chases. He still holds the lead of the European title, but Renaudin gets through on Jorrit Pex in the final turn. Millell goes side by side with Jorrit Pex, but he has to bail out. Millell has done everything he can to keep himself in contention for the European crown. He still has a mathematical chance of doing it, but he needs a heck of a lot of flotsam and jetsam. He dives on the inside of Renaudin. This could be a chance for Irlando to pounce, and he knows it. The Italian is going to try and make the bid on Renaudin. Renaudin defends into the final turn and gets the kart stopped in time so that Irlando can't get through. But now we need to focus on the first corner. Irlando swarming around. Renaudin protecting. Irlando goes for broke, and he gets there. Irlando through in a 5th position. It looks as though Stan Pex is going to get a well-deserved victory at Karting Genk, and the Dutchman behind him is going to add the European title to his World Championship success. Out of the final turn, Stan Pex wins at Karting Genk, but the European champion is Marin Kremers!
On a personal level, it meant a little bit more to me, I think, to win the European Championship, because that's over 2 races, whereas the World Championship was just a one-off weekend. So to back it up with a European Championship, that meant quite a lot to me as well.
With a new European champion as well in Marin Kremers, and it all leads to the next encounter for the FIA Karting KZ fraternity, and that is the Championship of the World in Lonato 4 weeks from now. We can't wait to see these drivers battle away once again.
The level of KZ2 for me have gone up. The level in KZ is unbelievable. You see today in the top 16, it's 2 10s. I mean, it's like half a 10, like hundreds and thousands between the drivers. The level is very high.
If you, as a driver, don't set up your kart correctly, you're not going to win the race. If you can't set up your engine correctly, you're not going to win the race. And if you're just driving very bad and making lots of mistakes, you're not going to win the race. So all of those things have to work together as fit in like a nice puzzle. And if one thing is just a little bit off, then you're not going to win the race, especially not in the KZ category where everyone's always very close to perfect.
The 2020 FIA Karting World Championship. Marin Kremers, now he has the chance from pole position to do it all over again. Only this time, it'll be tougher. Alongside him, for France, Jérémy Iglesias.
You just have to be fast in every condition. If you want to be a world champion, you have to be fast all the time. Doesn't matter the condition of the track.
Before the weekend of the World Championship, I think they were just quite normal, I would say. I was just treating it as another race, trying not to put any pressure on it. But knowing in the back of my head that I came into the weekend as a favourite was good for me. I think made me a little bit more confident even.
Would you possibly call Kremers your main opponent?
Of course. Not only him.
Whoever is in the lead, that's my main opponent probably.
Only one man can win it. The final driver's in position. Let's race for the World Championship. Iglesias gets the best start.
I definitely try to find weaknesses in my opponents, maybe not so much strengths, but they always stick out anyway. But I try to look for weaknesses and then use that against them for sure.